So like, I guess I'm live in some shit, you know? Unlock 250 bonus bits every 10 subs. I can't. I what? Fuck off. Stop spamming shit. Alright. So yeah, I guess I wanna play the Monumentum demo or something. Shit. Forgot I need a controller. That's part of why I wanted to play. It seemed interesting to play with the idea of a controller or something. Yeah. Obs. I'm tired. In more than just sleepy terms, you know. But I wanted to do something, so. Let's see, duplicate and call this. Alright, looks like it shows up. Cool. As it should. I'm live. I'm alive. Who knows how much longer, whatever. Ah, square up. Square underscore up. Parentheses debug. Fancy. Alright. Oh god. Okay, that's not as bad as it could be. Alright, that's... lets me zoom out. Alright. Okay. So I heard about this. Oh. So I heard about this through someone on Blue Sky who's like played a bunch of demos apparently and really liked this one. Okay. Like I'm already interested, to be honest. Like okay, so jump up here. Okay, cool. It's over here. Alrighty. Wrong way. I think it would be like the jump thingy that I got looked very similar to the other colored thing above it. Those are the only things that had color. Yeah, like there. So it makes sense that I go here as well. Whoa, what the fuck? What? Can I do that anywhere? Okay. Where do I want to go now? Shit. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be cool. I really like how this the momentum feels. Feels 1 wonder if that was intentional. Ah, crap. Momentum. Okay. Ah, crap. Okay. Okay, I feel like I can figure that out. Okay. Oh. I think I'm stuck here. Can't make any more progress. Yeah, don't have the shoulder buttons. Woo! Wait. Someone's supposed to go down here, I guess? Oh, crap. No, fuck! Crap. This is probably intentional, but... Oh. Yeah. Like, how else am I gonna get out of here? Oh, okay. They're essentially a wall jump. Oh, God. This is gonna be a lot. Thankfully, I'm like so good at platformers that this is not gonna be. Oh God, fuck! I'm supposed to do that with my mindset right now. Fuck. Okay. Okay, I did so good there. Like, damn. Ah, crap. I got way too into it. Oh, this is probably so that you can potentially see what's going on, I guess. Oof. Okay. Hmm. Alright. And back to the beginning. Oh shoot, how are those gonna interact? Oh, I'm gonna have to catch it, okay. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, cool. Clearly teaching you about, you know, momentum conservation. God damn it. Huh? Oh! I couldn't. I was not paying close enough attention. Okay. Alright, so. Alright. Okay. I have to remind myself that I can't just spam all the way down. Wait, oh. Oh. I have to go the entire length? Damn. Okay. Honestly, I respect it. Alright, so I think I want to go left. Oof. I go over there, that's like dead end though. Now I'm just wondering when there are gonna be like fake outs where it tricks you, so like, oh, I want you to do the right bumper, but if you do that, you get actually shot the opposite way that you're actually wanting to. So it's paying a lot more attention to the layout rather than, okay, here's basically a quick time event, huh? Oh. Hmm. Alright, so what do I do here? I gravity to the wall jump, basically. Huh. What am I supposed to be learning here? Oh, I guess like pay attention to the bounces, I guess. Crud. Alright, so. Okay. Cool. And it looks like there's going to be a gravity thing here. Need to use the momentum to go all the way to the right. Okay, what's the point of that? Oh, okay, using them to get myself higher. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so I'm probably gonna need to use this. Oh, you could probably just go jump, like, I can't test that now, but just go instantly fling yourself to the left here. Okay. 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 I purposely went down. Well, why did it just grab it so strongly there? Damn. I was mainly thinking about like, oh, the bouncing off the wall, seemed interesting when it comes to trying to move fast. Okay. All right. What the heck could that be? Would that be the top face button? No, that'd probably be the right one. Look at all that. Alright, so both the left and right face buttons both modify gravity in some way, which is interesting. This makes me wonder what the top button is going to do then. It's like the right button, gravity in an area. That button, gravity along a line. Then you have the bottom face button, which is a propulsion, like a jump, and very similar to the shoulder buttons too, which are interesting, both the bumper and the whatchamacall, the trigger. So like this leaves one face button left. Then that also leaves me wondering what could multiple face button things look like, you know? Okay. Wow. Just teasing us like that. Alright, that was fun. Actually, can I get up there? I don't think I can. Give me a sec. I'm gonna look up a video to see if I'm missing it. Cause I don't see how I would be able to do that. I don't get enough momentum. Unless like I go all the way from the multiple gravity fields, right? Cause it does go longer. Let me try something. Crikey. No. Okay, so if I do... Nah, I don't think I can. Alright. Yeah, looks like that's the end of the demo, but there is another that I want to play. Alright, so let me exit out this. I kind of like how it is completely controller. Alright. Now let me update shit. A pinball game that makes you mad. Honestly, big doubt. Officially updated to be playing a pinball game that makes you mad, I guess. You know? You know, you know, as one does.
Oh, another player who saw a pinball game that makes you mad and thought, yes, that's exactly what I need right now. If you can't understand what I'm saying, it's probably not the first one.
I'm already charmed. I've never really played these rage games before. I've never really sought out to, be angry at a video game. That has happened before, but... Wait, if the person didn't understand you, then, them saying it probably is not the first one is not entirely helpful. Oh, this is a keyboard game? No, yo, I can use a controller. Hell yeah. Let me just, lounge back. Alright. So make sure, you can actually hear me and stuff. Because me talking is, the whole entire point of this, ain't it? Alright, flippers A. We've got nudging, even though that's what cheaters do. Alright, so left nudge, right nudge. So why is right nudge R1? But left nudge is, left on the D-pad. That's weird, but okay.
This is a game made to make you mad, so I suggest you press no. Although, if it's been a long day at work, I understand.
Nah. The hell? It has control of my mouse.
Welcome to the World Select. So many choices. Well, sort of. Since this is only the demo, you get one. Just one. The others are locked away like shiny treasures behind a glass case. But wait, what's that? A wish list button? A button to join a Discord? Try those and maybe new choices will be in your future.
Cool.
There you are. How did you manage to get in there? No matter. It seems you have places to go.
Okay. How do I change the D-pad stuff on here? Because it says A is flipper, but that's my B button. Who cares? The fuck? Maybe I care.
Yes, maybe there is a setting that will make you better at the game.
Wow. What does streamer mode do? Let's see. Settings. All right. Alright, what's this?
Lemon.
The fuck?
Monologue. The making of this game. This game is obviously inspired by many games that came before it.
Careful.
Most notably, Getting Over with Bennett Foddy, a difficult game about climbing, Get to Work, and even some classic pinball games like Space Cadet. To give you the story of how I first came up with the idea to make a pinball game that makes you mad,
I'm not exactly sure why.
I first need to explain the fact that I was working on a game before this.
What a shame.
It was an extremely complex roguelike cooking game called Food Truck Union. And it had some cool ideas, but it just wasn't really fun. And I worked on it for a long time. And finally one day, while I was watching Pontypants's devlogs for his game, a difficult game about climbing, I just thought, you know, I should make something that is just fun, just simple and fun, and it should be fun a week into working on the prototype. And my current game I was working on just wasn't that fun.
Like, why the booms?
And I thought, you know, Pontypants's game, a difficult game about climbing, is pretty simple. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's a pretty simple concept. And I wondered if there's some sort of other classic gameplay mechanic that hadn't been turned into a rage game. I found that pinball was one of those. Turns out there actually is at least one other game like this. It's called a regular pinball game. But that has not released yet, and I didn't know about that until a bit into working on this game. And so pretty early on working the first climb. Working on this game.
How exciting.
I felt like it was a fun concept. Even though I call the game a pinball game that makes you mad, it's not really supposed to make you that mad. Hence why I added stuff like checkpoints and skips. But it's been a lot of fun.
Hello.
I started working on the game
Is that
in June
Seiju?
Hello.
of 2025.
No, that's the guy, huh?
So If you're playing the demo when it came out, about 4 months before.
You're playing it.
If you're playing it released, probably 5 or so months. So pretty quick turnaround, and that's the beauty of making games with simple mechanics. The game I've been working on previously, I worked on for 10 months, 10 or 12 months,
Bold
and
strategy.
it wasn't close to being finished. So I hope you're enjoying the game. Monologue 2 of 10.
No!
My favorite games of all time. And for this one, we're gonna
I didn't mean to do that.
10. And before I do that, I want to give a few honorable mentions, because I like a lot more games than just 10. The first being Civilization 6. Best turn-based grand strategy of all time in my opinion. Played a lot of it with mods on Steam. It's extra fun. Check it out if you like strategy games. Also got to give a shout out to the Stanley Parable, a very unique narrative experience that I don't think any other game has quite ever matched. And it also was a big inspiration for the dialogue in this game, even if my writing is not even close to as good. And then finally, some roguelikes. Roguelikes are probably my favorite genre. Probably played more roguelikes than anything else. But I think generally they're more self-contained experiences that aren't quite as iconic for me. So I'm going to put a bunch of them here, including Balatro, Cobalt Core, Blueprints, and Slay the Spire 2. If you like roguelikes, you should check those out.
Unfortunate.
That was
But on to the
unfortunate.
top 10. This is going to be a nostalgia-fueled list. This is my best games of all time, not that games that I play right now. And I don't really play like any of these now, so
Okay.
let's begin. We're starting strong with the nostalgia at number 10 with Lego Star Wars. This is a game I played a lot as a kid with my siblings.
I'd swear
Very
that
fond
I'd call
memories
that
of
my
getting
first
mad
video
at them
game.
when
To
they
be
wouldn't
honest.
stand on the button to let us get through the door. But this was a game that introduced me to a lot of kind of just basic game stuff, like collecting things, going back and finding secrets. And even if it's maybe not thought of as like a super, critically acclaimed game, I think it was a really fun game. Just fun, and I love Star Wars, so that makes it easy to like. But probably not too groundbreaking. Number 9, another nostalgia-based game, Viva Pinata. A very different experience, but one that I really enjoyed. If you haven't played it before, you basically tend to this garden, you plant plants, and you attract these like animals that are pinatas, and try to get them to join your garden and earn money. Secret strategy: just grow a lot of chilies, and you can sell them for 100 gold each. So I would do that to farm some money because I love capitalism. But yeah, that was a really fun game. And Viva Pinata Party Animals. You never heard of that? Fun party game. I bet it would go hard nowadays, especially with streamers. But anyway, for number 8, Call of Duty. This is kind of a cheat because it's going to be 2 games actually, but Call of Duty 2 and 3. A little bit older compared to some of the Call of Duties people would normally point to, but these games just had the most iconic campaigns in my opinion. Played them many times.
I could have saved that, huh?
In the multiplayer for Call of Duty 3 in particular, I played a ton of. It was a lot slower paced, almost reminiscent to more modern Battlefield games, where you had lots of cool vehicles and you weren't necessarily in the action all the time. And I think that's a little more my speed, so that was always really fun. And another shooter coming in at number 7 is Halo Reach. And part of the reason that Halo Reach is on this list is because I kind of had to play it for a period of my childhood.
Everything is
Because
green.
one of my best friends, he had
I'm sure you
only
made
had
it past
Halo
the
Reach on his
hardest
Xbox 360. So if we wanted to play with him, that's what we could play. So we played a lot of it, and great campaign. Multiplayer was fun. The progression system for the multiplayer was also maybe my favorite ever of any game. There's tons of cool stuff to unlock. Never ran out of stuff to unlock. No microtransactions, if you can believe it. It's almost sad to think back at about this game because obviously that's unheard of in modern multiplayer games. And I do think if a modern multiplayer game did this, it would be very, very successful, but probably wouldn't make as much money because selling $40 skins is good for the bottom line. And another cool thing about Halo Reach, which kind of made it
Back down we go.
was the
Consider
Forge
it
game mode,
practice.
where you could actually build.
That was a butt
You
move.
could build stuff.
Ooh,
like
what a
build,
cute frog.
you know,
I wonder if he likes
game
sledding.
modes and
A graceful fall.
you know, place stuff around. And so we spent a lot of time doing that, finding custom games on the the search feature, playing Speed Halo if you've ever heard of it, or Infection or any of that kind of stuff.
No.
Talk to your experience.
Okay.
At number
deserve
6, it's going to be Age of Empires 2. Actually, the first game I really ever remember playing any significant amount of. Not really a game you think of typically when you think of someone's first game, but I loved this game so much, and I think it shaped a lot of what I like in games. Just being able to build up a big army, build a big base. I was definitely playing against the CPU, because no way I was efficient enough to play a multiplayer, but had a ton of fun with that. At number 5, the game I probably have played the most of in my life, Team Fortress 2, especially in high school. I grinded this game a ton. Kind of similar to Call of Duty 2 and 3.
Okay.
A little bit slower pace, a little bit lower skill ceiling game than a lot of other shooters.
Oh no,
And,
oh no.
I had a ton of fun playing with my friends, and the fact that you could unlock or, you know, find new weapons that did different things was a cool little wrinkle that kept it from getting stale.
Okay.
At the number 4 spot,
Alright.
I'm going a little bit more recent of a game, RimWorld. If you like colony management, this is a pretty unique experience. It's not really a city builder, but you know, it can be a really challenging, kind of micromanagey game where lots of crazy stuff happens. And with mods, there's infinite mods for RimWorld. There's really infinite content, so always have had a lot of fun with that. At 3, we're going with something very niche. Just kidding, not at all. But I gotta put Minecraft in the top 3. Pretty basic answer, but there's a reason that it's one of the best-selling games of all time. It was, you know, especially if you're a kid when it was kind of coming out and being big. Not that it's not big now, but you know, playing on my Xbox 360 or on the PC with my friends, building
Went a
worlds.
little bit too fast there.
You know, I always like to make like medieval towns and stuff, and being able to be creative and the way that it lets you was always so cool. So
This feels like a
the
podcast.
Minecraft there.
It's chill.
Number 2, we're not getting any more niche with number 2, fortunately, Skyrim. I'm sure there's been many RPGs with similar mechanics and better stories.
I did that
I think
again.
you've already been down here
Skyrim
before.
came out when I was
too
11
far.
years old. And when you get that game for your 11th birthday, it was like the coolest thing ever. And I played so much of that, you know, restarting over and over again so I could experience the first part of the game. And also because I just wanted to change my character because I decided I didn't want to be a mage or something. But one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had in gaming. And like, I remember if you played the game at Markarth, there's a giant like dungeon cave system underneath, and like I found that and I was like, this is the craziest thing ever. I didn't even know this was here. I just stumbled into it and it felt like it went on forever.
No.
And those kind of moments were so fun.
Okay.
But for number 1, my favorite game of all time, it is a roguelike, and it is maybe slightly more niche than Skyrim, but not that niche. FTL, Faster Than Light. I think that FTL has the cleanest, tightest gameplay systems of any game that's ever been made. You always feel in control and you know what to do, but it's still challenging, and it has a super high skill ceiling, but it's still pretty simple. And it's a game that you can replay over and over again. There's kind of cool lore, and it can be hard, and I like when games are a little bit challenging.
Is this?
And
is
if
this
you've never
a new
heard of it,
speedrun
FTL
strategy?
Multiverse is
Oh,
a
you're
giant
a true
mod
pioneer.
that was made for
You
the
know
game.
it.
So if you play that game and ran out of stuff to do, that gives you about 10x the content, so I definitely suggest you try it out. Shout out to them. But yeah, that's my top 10. You know, I've probably forgotten some games. I whipped this list up kind of quickly, but I think I covered most of the faves. And if you have any thoughts on this list, shoot me a message. But yeah, that's that. Thanks for listening.
A little later, but not quite too late. Alright. Too late. Ooh. Okay. No! First time we've gone down here. Oh, that's it? Okay. I need to look at the controls real quick because it is acting.
One.
What the fuck?
The controls are certainly the problem. Yep, definitely not you. No.
Alright, so like I was just wondering why. Okay, flippers is just A. But then why did the dude not... Does he just have random stuff for all the keys that we don't use? Okay, like why the boom? Alright. Settings. No?
Monologue 3 of 10. My favorite energy drinks. I have drank a lot of different energy drinks in my life, and I'm not saying that's a good thing. Probably should stop, but I'm probably not going to. And I've had quite a few favorites over the years. Currently, my most favorite is a Celsius, specifically a Celsius Guava Kiwi. 0 sugar and lots of caffeine. So, you know, quote unquote healthy, but not really.
You
one
had it.
energy drink
You
that I
genuinely
really don't
had
like
it, and then you
is
didn't.
Rockstar.
Well, remarkable
I
talent.
feel like it tastes like, you know, pure sugar mixed with battery acid. So, yeah, I guess I hope Rockstar doesn't hear this. You know, you always one classic is Red Bull. And I like it, but I don't know if I like it only because I see the cool stunts they do on social media, or if it really tastes good. It's also really expensive compared to like all other energy drinks.
Oh my gosh,
which
I
I guess they
remember
just get away
how
with because of their
expensive Red
brand
Bulls were. It's
image.
ridiculous.
So good job on them, I guess. One thing that's not really an energy drink, but is my favorite drink of all time, is a mint yerba mate
Is all progress
out of one of
truly
those
temporary?
yellow cans. I don't know what the brand is called. And I don't mean like real, it's not really like real yerba mate tea, but it's like, I guess got yerba mate tea in it, but it's like also has sugar and caffeine and carbonation and stuff. But oh my god, there's like something in those drinks. I think they're gonna figure it out in like 10 years. There's some addictive substance other than caffeine that makes you just want to have 5 of them every day.
I haven't had
now
any.
that I live in
Oh
Cambodia,
crap! I wasn't paying
can't access
attention.
them. So, been drinking a lot of black coffee. And I don't think you can really get those many places. I'm from Oregon, and I think they have a lot more unique energy drinks there.
Eesh.
A lot of quote-unquote healthy energy drinks that aren't really healthy. But like when I've gone to the east coast of the United States, I don't really see as much. Maybe
Hey,
I wasn't
could have been worse.
looking in the right places. There's a lot of others. You know, you got Monster. Monster's fine. It's a little bit better than Rockstar, but definitely wouldn't choose it. I wish that there was an energy drink that had more, like a Celsius that was like 5 times as big, so you could just drink it throughout the day instead of drinking a tiny one and then wanting another one. And then, you know, next thing you know, you're drinking 600 milligrams of caffeine and you're just sitting there coding. But yeah, you know, I'm probably forgetting some others, but I'm also already been talking about this for 3 minutes, so I'm probably gonna stop it here. So yeah, hope that was insightful and not a waste of the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds of your life.
Well, I was playing the game anyway, so like, it's no harm in just listening to you talk, my dude. On the next
Monologue 4 of 10, living in Cambodia. I bet you didn't know that the developer of this game lives in Cambodia.
Now I do.
But I did not always live here. I was actually born and raised in the Pacific Northwest in the United States, specifically in Hillsboro, Oregon, which is just outside of Portland, Oregon. I very much loved living there. Loved the weather and the rain. I know a lot of people don't like it, but especially when you like to be inside a lot on your computer. The rain pouring outside was always very nice. Never got too crazy hot usually, and it did snow sometimes, but not enough that it got annoying. It was funny though, living somewhere where it snows sometimes, but you might even have years where it doesn't snow at all. People were very sensitive to snow. So much so that when I was in school, sometimes we would have school canceled because they thought there was going to be snow, and then there wasn't even snow, which I always thoroughly enjoyed. But why did I go to Cambodia? It's not really a super common decision to make. And it's because when I got out of college, I worked for a couple studios, and then I decided I want to make my own game. And the cool thing about game development is all you really need is your computer and internet, and you can do that from anywhere on planet Earth. And so I did some research and came to the conclusion that this would be a cool place to experience that was very different than what I was used to. So kind of pretty much a month after I decided to do it, I was on a plane.
That's actually pretty cool.
Flew here. It was quite the interesting experience when I first came here. Pretty scary. Not because anything bad happened, but just because Siem Reap, Cambodia is a very different place than Hillsboro, Oregon. And so getting used to that was something. But now that I've been here for as long as I have, it's pretty cool. You get used to it. And there's a lot of things I miss about living in the United States, but a lot of things I don't. Number one being how expensive everything is. But I think it's been a great experience, and I definitely recommend that if anyone ever has the idea to move somewhere else and has the means to, they should do it, because it's probably not going to hurt you unless it does, which I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, one of the cool things about living here is it really makes you appreciate parts of your culture that are so ubiquitous when you've lived in it your whole life. You know, even simple things like it's Super Bowl Sunday. Everyone, pretty much every single person in the United States knows, maybe they don't care about it, but they at least know it's happening. And it probably affects their day in some way, whether it's, you know, someone they know caring about it, or, you know, the game's playing at the restaurant when you go there or whatever. But here, basically nobody even knows it's happening. Same thing for holidays like Thanksgiving. You know, I've asked people, hey, do you even know about that? And they're like, no, because why would they?
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of things that happen here that someone in the United States would have no idea is happening. Like Khmer New Year. It's like a super fun holiday where the entire city has water guns. Like literally everybody in the entire city has water guns. You go through the city and everyone's spraying each other, and you're in a tuk-tuk driving through, and you know, you might get sprayed with water gun. It's like the craziest party, and we have nothing like it, at least where I live in the United States. Anyway, that's enough about that. Thanks for listening.
Do you understand the name of the game now?
Nope. I'm pretty chill. I'm relaxed, though that is not entirely of because my mental, so I'm just having fun. Number 5, right?
Monologue 5 of 10. My favorite content creators. I watch a good bit of YouTube and that kind of stuff. It's, in my opinion, much more entertaining than the average Netflix show. And later in life, I got into streamers and stuff like that too.
Later in life, how old?
Absolute
Whoa!
OG content creator for me, Game Grumps and Super Mega. When I was younger, watched a lot of that for that comedic gaming content.
I think you should try that.
Recommend you check them out. Nowadays, I've matured, to more intellectual content like Germa, stuff like the baseball stream and the Dollhouse stream, classics. And speaking of Germa, everyone in the Four Horsemen, Pokelaws, Vinny Vinesauce, Stir, those streams are always so fun. Probably some of the best content on the internet. Someone very different than Germa, Northern Lion. He actually played this game. He played the demo, and supposedly he's gonna play the full game. So definitely watch him if you want.
Like, I don't really watch his streams, but like Northern Lion, I enjoy the videos on YouTube.
Sentences on Twitch, which is not a high bar, but that's what he's about. And then, of course, you got the basic Ludwig, all those crew of people. Squeaks, gotta shout out Squeaks. Some good content, except for when you play CS2. I just can't care about that at all. But same with when Ludwig plays League of Legends. Sorry. A kind of much more niche pick for a content creator is a Funky Diabetic. He's someone who makes basketball, NBA content. And he just literally puts up a picture of some player, some still image, and talks about the game and breaks down stuff. And I don't watch a ton of basketball stuff, but for some reason he just makes very entertaining content. If you're trying to learn about some history, The Rest is History as a podcast and YouTube show, which is my absolute favorite historical podcast. Breaks
There we
things down
go.
in a fun way.
Crap.
And
A little bit later.
funny voices,
Okay.
which is cool. If you're a game developer and you want to learn more about game dev and get really practical advice about how to maybe actually make a living,
shortcut?
not that I can really
No,
talk about that yet. We'll
just-
see how this game sells. But
Got it.
Thomas Brush, best channel on YouTube, in my opinion. He does a lot of podcasts with game developers and a lot of stuff to learn. And that was part of the reason I made this game, was because some of the advice that he gave. And if you're into baseball, John Boy Media, you already know probably that whole network is about as good as it gets. In terms of comedians, Rick Glassman has a really nice podcast. It's kind of awkward, but it's funny. Same with Bad Friends with Bobby Lee and Santano. If you've ever heard of old school RuneScape, Settled.
Ooh, Settled, love
banger
him.
videos. They're crazy, the amount of time he puts into them, all for a 40-minute video or 10-minute video or whatever. And then a very niche, I don't know if this is the most niche channel that I'm gonna call out, but Nothing But Lag, gotta call that boy out. Check out his stuff. It's funny. He play game and make video. But I'm just basically listing channels. I mean, of course, there's Devin Henderling, the best.
Scenic route.
If you just want to see shorts over and over again every day about one game, then you can follow me. But that's hopefully I'll make some different kind of content at some point. But yeah. Anyway, this has probably been long enough. That's some of the top hits in my humble opinion. So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Ooh, hey. And it's here. Crap. I'm never gonna get that. Right over, okay. Okay. Later. Not so late. Too late. Crap.
A minor setback. If at
Okay.
first you don't succeed, oh, you know the rest.
Not bad, not bad. Alright, it's gotta be later. Late. Late. Not quite late. I just did not have good contact there. Ooh, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Ooh. No. Alright, I like that. I'm cool with that. Why the booms though, like? Do we have different definitions? I was not paying attention again. Do we have different definitions of angry? Okay. Fuck!
I blinked. What happened? Oh, that.
First time I went back this far. Okay. Okay.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine with me. Will you give me back my time on the timer then? No. Alright. Everything is a learning experience, am I right? Why did I do that? What? Okay, how?
Another chance to reflect on your choices.
Like, I just pressed the button. I just straight up missed it, huh?
They say what goes up must come down. Surely that's not always true.
Monologue 6 of 10, my favorite music. Now this is something that is fun to talk about. You know, when I first really was like, oh yeah, listening to music is something you can do. You know, I had a friend who liked Green Day, so I was like, well, the only thing you can do is listen to Green Day. That's the only cool music. And then I figured out there's actually other music that existed in the world. And that was exclusively rock. You know, Bad Religion, all the classics, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rolling Stones, all that kind of stuff. Didn't branch out too much, but then on one fateful day, I had a friend who said, oh, there's this guy named Tyler the Creator.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, no,
Which
this is like
era?
weird. What is this, hip hop pop? I don't know. I can't be about this. But then I realized, actually, I really like this a lot. I actually like this more than what I was listening to before.
Hell yeah.
Tyler the Creator was my awakening into the fact that there was other kinds of music than rock. You know, had my pure hip hop phase, all kind of stuff, you know. My, nothing too exciting there, pretty basic. But I realized, I don't know if this is true for everyone, but as I get older, I just continuously like more and more music, to the point where now there's like very little music that I like would definitively say I don't like.
Honestly, same here.
Besides modern country, I'm sorry to say it.
Yo,
Johnny Cash I can do,
man.
but modern country, not my thing. Some other shout outs I'll give: Reggie Snow, good artist, Caroline Polachek, A.G. Cook.
Yo, Caroline Polachek? Hell yeah.
Upbeat, energetic stuff. You know, as I look at musicians, I realize I'm not as confident sometimes in how to pronounce them, but I am confident in how to pronounce MF Doom, Madlib, and Freddie Gibbs. Some absolute banger artists.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Video Age. You know, this is like kind of pointless. I'm just like listing off names.
No, it's not pointless.
And not really saying anything about them. So realistically, no one's going to do anything with this information, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes it's just about filling the dead air, which hopefully I'm doing all right. One, if you like alternative, like, you know, kind of hip hop alternative, you know, kind of Tyler the Creator kind of stuff, Dami and JD Beck had an absolute banger album. I seriously suggest it. Same thing with Thundercat. That's some good stuff right there. You know, I wish I could, like, some of these people I'm saying, I wish I could just make them the soundtrack for the game. But they would make me pay quite a bit, so that's not going to happen. But anyway, I'll leave it there. That was maybe not the most interesting, but now you know what the developer of this game listens to. Bye-bye.
It's okay. We can pretend it was lag.
Alright. I do think I am done for now. Not because I'm angry, just because I'm tired. And kind of just want to lay down. And like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, you press 6 and 7 next to each other. How funny.
Bruh, that's
7, 6, 9, 6, 9, 9, 9.
Wait, what?
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 4. Wow, you press 6 and 7 next to each other. How funny.
Are there any other keys like that?
Yes. No. Don't forget to use those Twitch Primes.
What? And then there's the
Lemon. Hello. Bazing. Bazing. Ah! Hey. Hello.
Alright. I think I'm done. According to I guess I'm rage quitting. Grr. I'm so angry. Rah. Alright. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you aren't following, follow. I feel like if hope you enjoyed the stream. If you aren't following, follow. I feel like I said a third thing, and then, well, hope you visit the Triple Empire again. I don't know, man. Alright. Have a good night. Peace.